The final session, we now have to discuss on how we implement all this. Over to Professor.
Thank you. Now, I think right from beginning I've said that this is not a conference. This is a brainstorming towards implementation. And if we don't implement, I think we have largely wasted 2 days. So I think we need to implement. So I want to start by, first of all, this was the model that was proposed. Let's spend 5 to 7, 10 minutes. Do you want, what happened? Do you want any changes in this model? Is there, some comments were there earlier, is there any criticism or any significant change to this model?
Sir, just one suggestion and a request. Instead of saying the price to the farmer, can we say the realization or the revenue for the farmer? Because the price is a very, that's about it all. Otherwise, so, as long as we make more money for the farmer.
Somebody is noting it down. Yeah. Please, I think this is fine. Right. Go ahead.
That's all, sir.
Next.
Sir, here we are talking about 10x. 10x.
We are talking about this.
Yeah. This is something seems to be unachievable one, because now the India is talking about 3x and certain state governments are talking about 2x. Still it is not achievable, really.
So that's fine.
So 10x is over projection, I think.
I think probably it will be achieved after you and I leave this world, but will happen. So
but how to achieve, sir? That because there must be some logic. There must be some logic.
So he is already jumping.
So because farmers cannot, I would suspect whether it is possible, because there are so many lending institutes are there. You give 1 lakh rupees, I will pay 10,000 rupees every month. Like that they are collecting. The people will look at us like that. If we over project 10x beyond, because I'm in agriculture for the 30 years interacting with the farmers. Is any farmers, please, you can justify this. Farmers producer organization.
Sir. We are not talking about 10x here. There is no mention of 10x here, okay? All right. No, there is. Okay? All right.
Sorry, sir.
Don't answer.
10x is for us as an aspiration.
That's all.
As long as the farmer is getting more than the market price for the produce, it's an aspiration, sir. It's a dream.
Can you stop this discussion, please? This is not the subject. I wanted to, anybody had a serious problem with the model, any alteration of the model. Let's look at what, first of all, we are talking about, we will produce, or production will take place in the village by something equivalent of a village processing center. Is there anyone who feels otherwise? I don't want it to be done in city. I don't want it to be done. It could be a cluster of village. Idea is to create a rural industry. Is that okay? Is there anybody who has this? We have put that it will be operated like a franchisee, in the sense that we do not want this unit to think everything for themselves. They will be guided entity. Becoming a franchisee basically means prime responsibility. Operations is certainly their responsibility, but rest is not their responsibility. Is there any objection to that? Because we will work out the plan, what we'll do and achieve. I'll come to that in a minute. Number 3. Oh yes, you have objection.
Yes, sir. So we are doing this on a franchising model, right? So the franchisor will be the startups and everything. They will provide the technical guidance. That means the franchisee will do all the production activities. Am I right,
Yes.
sir?
Correct.
Then the FPOs will also get involved in production.
We will come to FPO.
That is what.
We'll
there is
come
much less
go
clarification,
step by
sir.
step. First, we'll come to FPO in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Any question on this? So, this will be a rural entrepreneur, local entrepreneur, rural entrepreneur. We want person who live in that village to manage the complete production, no quality compromise. Brand will be that of a startup. This will be a franchise operation. Ideally, and this is I am saying ideally, I would like 3 parties to be involved. FPO, some place FPO may not get, we want to. But ideally we like FPO because that will smoother lot of interest. Local entrepreneur and the startup, FMCG startup. All the 3 parties to be own this. Is there any issue as far as that is concerned? So irrespective of whether something else happen or not, as far as this part is concerned, now here we have put 33%. We can little bit examine, but I don't want to divert too much. Not make it somebody 20%. Few percent plus minus, I'm okay with that. Ideally, this model will, FPO will feel, yes, it is my organization. The local entrepreneur will feel it is my organization. And FMCG startup, since it will have 100 centers like this, or 500, 1,000 centers like this, they will also feel that they have a lot. So is this by and large okay? I know somebody had objected to one-third in the beginning. Yeah. By and large, this is okay? No, I know, but do you still have that?
Because this is like vision, right? Like, it's our number, like we can't term anything.
Is a desirable goal. Let me point out, however, there is one element I will say this. FPO will try to get and set up unit and Ds. This is an ideal situation. It may not happen. Where is the person from NABARD? He has left over. May or may not happen. If it happens, we like it to happen. But if it doesn't happen, we'll still do it. This is very important to write down. We'll still do it. Yes. Ideally, we like this to happen. Yes.
The thing is that the objective is you will just start this VPC at the places where FPOs are prominent, or in other ways, if you want to start this VPC in a place where FPOs are not prominent, means who will establish this VPC?
So, one second. VPC will be set up, prime responsibility will be them. They will work with either a FPO or maybe somebody else who has presence in the village. There is their responsibility. The whole operation, everything setting up will be their responsibility. It is a startup's responsibility. So there may be a small variation. Ideally, we like this to be 33. No, ideally we like that. Because this is an ideal model. Now, in reality, the ideals never work. So there will be some changes.
Sir, let's take this village processing. Here I am, sir. Your right side.
Yeah.
So let's take this village processing center has some physical assets, some machineries kind of thing. So that support will be given by government or NABARD for FPO.
Ideally, not for FPO, yeah, for FPO.
So because government won't support local entrepreneur than the franchisee, then how come that 33 won't work out, no?
No. One second.
So because banks and NABARD will support only FPO, that assets will be...
Not true, but let's for a minute accept. If they support FPO, the machinery will not be decided by FPO. Actually, it is the franchisor. All 3 will be deciding what machinery to purchase. FPO, if there is a grant available or if there is some support available, they will take it and find a common place and lease it to the VPC. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We are not putting any of, irrespective of that, this will be ideal. I don't see any reason why they will not, because they will get lease rental for this.
So the FPO will be A?
FPO will get lease rental, which means is that irrespective of what happens, FPO owns the machinery and will have a lease rental. Of course, there will be a long term, if for 5 years 10 years contract, so they can't terminate easily, but they will get lease rentals. Is that okay?
Fine, sir, fine.
But they will not operate, they will have practically negligible role. They can be on the board of this, but they will have no veto power and no other role in operations. They can't, somebody here can't tell, I want my cousin to be an entrepreneur. Selection of entrepreneur will be completely the startup's job. Okay? We won't get into the politics of that. We will give lease rental, that is not put there, we'll give lease rental and we'll give 33% share, a board seat with no veto. Very important, a board seat with no veto.
So to summarize, I able to understand, organization A will be FPO 100% owned by FPO. The organization B will be 33%, 33%. So the A will lease its assets to the B, understood. It will work out, sir, actually, practically as per my experience. So the B, who will take the decision, like economics? For example,
This decision will be taken by these two people. FPO will be taken by board, but the board will be dominated by these two people.
So what will happen, sir, for an advantage of that B organization, they want to purchase the best price in the market.
Yeah.
For example, tomato. What this FPO will tell, you need to purchase +2 from the market, 7 rupees, 8 rupees.
FPO cannot say that. We will, however, put, if we are to work and all of us are going to contribute, we will also demand a seat.
So
in
then only
this,
it will be a...
And we will say price cannot be below a certain level.
Yeah.
That's all.
Then only it will be economically
Yes,
viable
yes,
project.
yes. No, if idea is, see, if suppose Hindustan Lever was sitting here, they may have driven the price to 2 rupees. We will not do that. If these two people start doing this, we will withdraw the support. We will put that as a condition that there will be, because all of us will be working for them. Remember, we are here. We are working for them to primarily get this person benefit. Let's be very clear. We will put that as a, 5 rupees may not be the right number, the number can be worked out. There is a little bit of tricky question. The value alignment has to be there. If suppose somebody tomorrow says, no, I am going to do it at the lowest possible price, we will try to dissociate and we will try to. So is that okay? Now, we are going to do largely e-marketing, can be a bulk sale also, whatever that will be done. And all of us will work for this whole thing to work. Is this clear? Now the Agricultural University, Packaging Institute, all of us, IIT Madras Incubation Cell, Research Park, are we committing to work to make this happen? This is very important. All the students here, all the fellows who have come here for the, what is it called? What fellow is it? Mahatma Gandhi.
Gandhi
Fellows. We'll work to make this happen. Yes, something you want to say?
No, I was just wondering, sir, in the B2B Horeca marketplace, we also have some of the entities that you have incubated in the e-marketplace.
That's all right.
Can we include them in the group or?
No, so
Because they will bring the market linkages for us.
enterprise, you can do whatever you want, but I think we will only set up this and this.
Done.
Beyond that,
We
it's
can bring
too
others.
complicated.
Done.
Okay. Now, given all this, I want to propose something. First, today is March 25, 2023. Before the financial year 23-24 ends, that before March 31st, 2024, we will try to set up 2 FPC in 2 different crops. 2 VPC in 2 localities, 2 different localities. One on two different crops. One, to begin with, they can do multi-crops tomorrow. One will be focused on tomato, one will be focused on banana. Of course, both can do banana and tomato. Is that something that we are willing to accept? Because banana was discussed, and there is a lot of passionate people for banana, though they have left, some of them have left, and there are a lot of passionate people for tomato. And there are a lot of students working on tomato and banana. Can we decide that to begin with, we will take these two and we will set up two VPC. Ideally, I like to set up two VPC with two different startups out here. Two different startups coming from incubation cell will try to support two, and one will set up one VPC, one will set up another VPC. Both can do tomato and banana, but we will do tomato and banana. Is that, and two different places. Is that 1 year target acceptable? Yes, sir. Which means you have to work for it, sure. You can't then run away. Anil? Yourself? Where is our friend? Here, yourself? Where is, what about TNAU? Kanchana, sir, madam? Will you work for this? Packaging Institute? You will bless us and help us? Gagandeep? Jaya, can I commit on behalf of your behalf? All the students will work? All the MGNR fellow will work to try this? See, we fail, doesn't matter. We put that as a target. Before March 31st, 2024. Okay? All right. Now, given that, I have very concrete proposals. I want two small group, ideally a 3 or 4 member group, not big group. One will, in 2 months' time, we want to take 2 months, not take longer time. So maximum 2 months before, ideally 15th May, I want 2 detailed reports to be done. I want some detailed reports to be done. Different groups will have to do report. And this will be a 3 or 4 member team. 3 or 4 member team, one person from our group, IITMIC, will be part of that. One person from the MGNF Mahatma Gandhi Fellow will be part of it. We'll work to prepare this detailed report. We'll come to the reports. First is one on tomato processing and packaging. At least 3 products. 3 products from tomato processing and packaging. Another will be banana processing and packaging committee. Processing and packaging. I'm combining this. So once they say, I want to make this, they'll have to approach the Packaging Institute. They'll have to approach what kind of things they need to mix so that shelf life. Shelf life, I'll say start with 4 months or 1 year, not less than 4 months. I'm deliberately not choosing small shelf life because it takes us initially time for us to set up everything. 4 months onwards, 4 months to 1 year. So, 3 tomato products, 2 banana products. If there is 3 banana products, no problem, but at least 3 tomato products, 2 banana products. Is that okay? Then the committee therefore for tomato committee, tell me who will from TNAU will like to head the committee. They'll have to document the complete processing, packaging, including to the extent that they can understand costing. Somebody from TNAU or one of the associated, either from Madurai or this, will have to take up
Sir,
the
in this regard, TNAU, we have different expertise, sir.
I want
All
one-
this work cannot be done by one person.
I know,
there
but
we have to
can-
form a team
can
at
you-
TNAU.
I will, that is up to you. I want one person
Like
from-
that, we cannot do it, sir, because
want one
it's not our, we are not empowered to do like that. We have to get the permission from the university. What is the cost? What is the project? Why we are working? Who are all going to work? In this mode only, we will be able to do it. Now I cannot commit that I will do it. That will become a private. So being a TNAU rule
I
is
think
like
we are
that.
all academicians.
Yes, sir.
All
We
of
have
us
to
are-
consult.
All of us are part of government institutions.
Because she is
Sir,
HR.
sorry,
and this-
sir. I think you have said enough, please. I think all of us are academicians. We all know if we want to take up a work for the next 2 months of documenting something, I don't think there is anything to stop us. We take the leadership. Whose ever help we need, we take. I want one person from TNAU, one person from MGNRF, one person from our group, and Packaging Institute also if we can involve, or otherwise we just go there, in which case I like one person from one of the three companies associated with us to get associated with one with tomato committee, one with banana committee. Can I ask somebody to take lead on tomato committee? Who is the? Huh? Because this, we decided to meet with some clear objective. If we leave it open, nothing happens. Is there a person who will lead the banana committee? Yes. You are from? Samunati person can be there, but I want one person from TNAU. Sons. Are you saying that for your own research you cannot take a decision? What are you telling me? I have been the professor for 42 years. What? No. A faculty member say, I want to take work in a report. Is there somebody preventing?
So for any assignment, we have to get the consent from the university. That's why we are telling, sir.
I can't believe that. I do not think so. I will talk to your, but then let's drop TNA. If TNA doesn't want to do this, if nobody volunteers, we will do it without TNA. We will go to some other.
Sir, we are ready to collaborate, sir, but...
No, please, then I want one person to take lead. One person. I'm not saying to take lead. You can collect your other people. Who is the person who presented on tomato? Kanchana ma'am. So will you take lead coordinating this? Talk to? Should we call madam? I'm not happy at all. This is not done. Why are you wasting time here? Okay, sir, we will do it. So let Kanchana ma'am be there. Tomato? And somebody from tomato, you said someone knows they from banana. So what's your name? Lakshmi Pati, you will be part of it. We want one person from our group. Who is the Jaya? Kural for tomato. And MGNRF fellow, where have they disappeared? Who will take responsibility? What's your name? Okay. So this is a tomato group. What do we want? We want a documentation. Choose 3 products. Whether you will choose tomato puri, tomato whatever, 3 products. And complete document the process involved, machinery involved, packaging required. You will interface with our packaging institute person and involve them, and she will take the lead on the tomato. So that's what. and it has to be done in 2 months, ideally by 15th of May. It's basically a 10, 15, 20 page report, fully, could be a big PPT, fully documenting this is what is required, this is the quantity required, this is what can happen, this kind of tomato, this is the machinery required, etc., etc., etc. To the extent that you can come. What about banana? Banana, yesterday the presentation was done by, who all made the presentation? Selvarajan and Balakrishnan, and NRCB. The person just left, no? I think we'll ask him, Selvarajan, to do that. Will then banana TNA is not involved? So, sir, why don't you also join? Selvarajan, Balakrishnan, you are Balakrishnan, no? Selvarajan, Balakrishnan, we will have again you coordinating, and from our side who will coordinate? Sangamitra for banana, and from your side, madam, what's your, Sujata. Is that all right? Is that fine? We'll go ahead and do that. Very clear cut, Monday, this should go out to them, and they have to work only online, they don't have, and prepare a quality report. Then, next thing that I require is a committee on machinery for processing. How do you design, procure, develop, procure machinery for processing, whatever processing? You will quickly decide what are the things that you will do banana, whatever banana and whatever machinery is required. I want a machinery group. Yes. Who is the person? Can you, Vivek? But I want a person. Can we ask both Professor Kannan and Professor Abhishek to be a part of this committee? Is anybody, they can consult NRBC and Agriculture University. We will like, from our side, Vivek can be involved. I like one more outsider from either one of the company. Yeah, one of you who will, Karthik. Karthik will be involved. I think that's pretty much it. The machinery, how do we develop machinery? The groups will interact, but first they do a preliminary work, what all machinery is required. Quickly decide which are the 3 products of tomato, 2 products of bananas are going to be done. So some basic idea of machinery so that they can work out whether common machinery is possible and machinery can be occupied for 365 days. I think that's the objective. All right. Then, I want one committee which gets into complete detail of business model, which will say the machinery cost is X rupees. Given the machinery cost is X rupees, get the finance cost and the depreciation of that machinery, work out the operation cost of the machinery, take the cost of purchase cost of the material, take the cost of operations, people and everything. The packaging machinery also has to be done by the same group, Vivek's group, and take the cost of packaging and say at this cost, at such and such cost, we will be able to produce it. Okay? Taking total cost into account, all the cost, including the cost of machinery, cost of process, till this time they will figure it out. This is separate. They can put some estimate of branding, sales and marketing, and therefore if 1 kg raw banana package is going to be available, what could potentially be the price. They will also work on what is required for branding and sales and marketing. Ideally, for this effort, we'll get into a MOU. That, of course, you cannot decide. That has to be decided by TNAU. It will be a partnership of IITM Research Park Incubation Cell, TNAU, Packaging Institute, NRCB, which else, other organization? Maybe the three organizations will get into a MOU that we are doing it together. So RP, Research Park brand name, can also be used for branding and selling. I want to point out something else, totally off the record. Well, I'll tell that in the end. But Research Park itself should be able to help ensure that for a first few VPC, we are able to sell all the products. Selling the products will be important, but the rest all has to be worked out. First 4 or 5 VPC we should be able to sell. Beyond that, your branding should carry. Shiva, you and I will oversee the whole effort. You, I and Anil, I'll sort of say, will oversee whether everything is kind of getting working and things like that. So that report also should be ready by May 15th. Here I am putting the 3 of you. I like one person from the youngsters to be, yeah, what's her name? Ashutosh, and one person from our side, maybe you, yeah, you get involved. So I think this is the groups that will form, so that we can get things ready. I think startups will probably request one. We have 3 organizations. I'm sure 2 of these will be able to push you. Any startup fund is required, we'll figure it out and provide you. It could be a separate company associated with you, or could be your own company. What else? Then our work primarily will depend on this. We'll currently use our current knowledge. That's where we'll put it into and it will be a jointly incubation of TNAU, us, and maybe NS. We'll talk to them, and even the Packaging Institute. If we get into MOU, it will be a joint incubation. If TNAU doesn't agree, it's a different matter. That's all right. I've already spoken to the minister also, by the way, the Tamil Nadu minister. I've spoken to him. And I spoke to the finance minister that we are planning to do this. They're all very, very strongly for it. So there is no problem. If necessary, orders will come from the top. Okay? So that's what we'll do. So I think yourself, myself, him and you, we will oversee this. If we can crack this over the next 1 year, I think we have a setup model to create several more. You have to look from that point of view. For years, we have been all doing our own research work. This is an attempt to take research to commercialization for benefits of the farmers, benefits of the villagers, and our own knowledge and technology going to the market. So I don't know where the reservations, if any, is. And the 5 of you, the Mahatma Gandhi Fellow, you people can even talk to your district collector. We don't know where it will be set up. We will not commit. But we will try to find out where strong FPOs are there and where they are willing to do this. Ideally, we like to do it exactly in this model, the first one at least. We'll choose the 2 places we are going to do this. And we'll probably get 2 organizations to do 2 separate. We can then do this. Any startup funds required, we will figure it out. We have enough funds. RTBI will back it, that Vishal Bharat will back this. Is that okay? Huh? I like it to be done so that we are operational by the end of year. Otherwise, there will be enough reason why we cannot do it. There will always be reasons why we cannot do it. We will ensure that all compliances are done. We will try to look at new method of monitoring and things like that. We will add that, but those things will be ongoing. Huh? Is that making sense? Yeah. From?
For the committees that we are saying, does it make sense to have someone from the FPO who are all on the ground?
I don't think so. I think they will involve FPO, two different FPO, but no point in this committee. Huh?
You could even have some TNAU students in each committee so that they get some experience.
That is up to TNAU to bring them.
Like students only, right? Even
Yeah,
for
still,
students.
it is up to them to bring it. We have asked Kanchana ma'am and him to be a part of a committee. Beyond them, it will be good to have a student, but we can only recommend that. But I think we'll have to talk to at the top level and get into this MOU. Without that, it won't happen.
I think that's the right way, sir. That's the right way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, I mean, when I started here at IIT Madras, I saw the same hesitation. And we have broken everything. So yesterday I don't know whether I told you, this whole thing has been done without any government money. And I personally signed the bank loan, 400 crore rupees. And today this value of this place is so huge. Anybody who comes says nothing like this is available. Yesterday you people went around. If you are not bold, we keep on, and we are not doing anything wrong. We are doing something for the society, something for which we have committed our life for. Okay? I want to tell you a little story why branding becomes important. There is a totally different effort that we are doing. Nothing to do with it, but it will tell you why something like this becomes important. Hopefully by that time or before that time, we will have launched setting up a new startup, which you haven't even started yet. A feature phone selling around 3,000 rupees, completely 4G, completely designed and developed here at IIT Madras Research Park, manufactured locally, software done locally. We will launch that a feature phone from here. First of all, why a feature phone? We find that there are 400 million plus feature phones in the country. There are still large percentage of people cannot afford anything more than a feature phone. They cannot afford smartphone. Today, all of them are imported, or even if they are locally made, brand is international, design is international. We decided to design that phone out here. We decided it about 9-10 months back. We have the design ready. We have a working phone. We are going to put RTOS rather than Android on that so that we have complete control over software. Nobody can enter and put virus and things like that. Those kind of phones, feature phones today, cannot do UPI and cannot do payment. So I worked with RBI. I'm on the board of governors of RBI Innovation Hub. With their blessing, we said on this phone, we will have UPI. We have worked out a way to do UPI. And we have, in principle, tied up with State Bank of India that the whole State Bank of India applications are going to sit there. State Bank of India said, my every branch will advertise this phone and enable you to get there. All that we need is a 500,000 phone to be sold with this brand and this brand get established. This will be a first phone completely designed and developed out here and manufactured out here. And I want to do it before March 31st, 2024. Basic phone is ready. Take us about 6 months. We are going to set up a company, 6 months to get this. And it will also mean something like this can get added. In fact, the people who are ready to help me in getting this phone to everybody is Dwara has said, we will take it to each of the KGFS, through KGFS to every microfinance organization. The what is the name? Kaleidofin is going to be a partner, taking it to all the low-income people, this kind of phone. And we are going to develop completely the phone and get it done, fabricated here. Foxconn is going to manufacture the phone for us. So far, they are only making Apple phone and what is the other brand? That brand. Now they are saying they will make this phone for us. And we are going to do it. We'll also try to put as much agricultural applications onto something like this. But these kind of things are possible if you take bold steps, and we are planning to do this. This is something that we plan to do before the end of the year. We'll involve you people also when we do this, because these are, otherwise everything is imported. All the designs are Chinese. It took us effort. By the way, I think all of you know that the 5G complete system has been developed here and was launched from here in this research park. Have you seen that or not? The complete 5G. We have a company called Agnikul. I don't know that they visited that yesterday. Did you visit Agnikul? We are going to do a first rocket launch using our own rocket fabricated here in the research park in 2 months' time. That rocket launch is going to take place from here. So there are a lot of different areas that we are working on. But it requires a certain amount of courage and boldness. Otherwise, we could have been all professors, published, we have done, and I should have retired and slept at home. Why spend 2 days hustling on something like this? And to all the young students, if you want to do something with agricultural degree, this is an opportunity. Because if you do this, suddenly doors will be open for you to work in startups like the ones we are going to set up and really use your agricultural knowledge to the benefit of farmers. And we won't stop with 2 crops. The next thing that my request to TNAU and to others is we identify 2 more crops. We just identify. We are not going to start working on it for next 6 months. Till we would have got this 2 more crops, could be onion, could be something else, but we'd like to identify 2 more crops and start moving on to this. Okay? I think this is all that I have to say. If anybody has any question, comment, we open it up and then wind up, have a cup of tea and wind up. I do strongly feel that all of us should commit to make a difference. Otherwise, what are we doing? Yes, sir.
So, good evening, sir. If we want to continue to do some kind of value addition of the product or the crop discussed, to whom we have to contact in future? If we want to do some technology, if we innovated in our college, we want to incubate, and to whom single point of contact?
Most welcome. Right now you can connect with us, but soon we hope to get into a MOU with TNAU and some other place so that we can help you do that there also. For the time being, connect directly with Jaya.
And you have identified a peer team for preparing report and missionary development and all. If anyone want to join with them, is it possible?
I was asking for that. I thought Anybody wants to join, please write to Jaya. Please, I think Jaya's mail is there, everyone, with everyone. Huh? Write to Jaya.
Thank you, sir.
We're very happy to involve you. We'll require all your effort. Anyone else? MS Swaminathan, somebody is here or they are not here today? They were, oh, there you are. Actually, you should, your organization should also get involved. I'll talk to Soumya. I just sent a message to her and she will, I'll get her to meet us next week. And she responded and we will figure out how to involve you. Any, yes, go ahead.
Sir, on behalf of the stakeholders and participants, we just want to thank you for taking this valuable initiative, sir.
Thank you.
As per Niti Aayog data, the wastage value is around 3 lakh crores in 2021 actually. So we have you have taken an initiative that's worth of 3 lakh crores actually. Thank you.
I think till we get things going, I don't want to, I think we have made a beginning, that's all. Let's achieve that. Let's even celebrate once we have 2 VPC working. Then I don't see any problem after that. Okay? Anybody else wants to say something? Any one of you want to say something? Add something? I think then we will declare it close. Jaya?
Just a quick vote of thanks, Professor. So one, wanted to thank all the TNU faculty from NRCB, all the FPOs who came here, FSSAI, IIP, all our valuable startups, the MGN fellows, speakers, panelists, the participants. Special mention to Professor Murli. I don't know where he is, probably is left, but Professor Murli, oh, thank you so much, sir. You are the main point of contact for us. Thank you for some very frank and engaging conversations. All the chairs, Professor Ashok, Anil, Rajiv, Dr. Kang, Kannan, sir. Thank all the RPIC support staff. Nothing of this magnitude would have been possible without their support. To Amar and Charles who are not here. Prasanna, thank you so much. Finally, my team, I have to mention, Vivek, who this time has been very minutely coordinating all the arrangements, Alka and Kural, Jaisurya for all the designs from the notebooks to the IDs to all the designs that you see, Sangamitra, who always keeps us on our toes with her questions. Thank you, everyone. Could not have been possible with all of you. Like Professor Ashok said, we will be in touch with all of you, definitely all the participants, and also very specifically with the groups that have been identified today. Thank you so much.